If you've gone through Iman Ghazi's course, if you've gone through Kai Bax's course, you already have the knowledge. You could go ahead and compete with Charlie Morgan. Attention is the key to making millions, shorts, reels, TikToks. They're technically the future. 5,000, 6,000 subscribers, I made over $500,000. If he wasn't on YouTube and putting out content, I think Charlie wouldn't even have a business. I stopped just being a sheep and just doing what people tell me to do. I started doing what people are doing. And I've made over $3 million in the last year and a half. Hey guys, hope you're having a beautiful day. So I just came back home from looking at a property that I'm interested in moving into. It's beautiful, got amazing views. It's so beautiful. But anyway, check this out. I looked at this video, right? Because, it made me curious to see what Charlie thinks about the show from content thing. So I went ahead and looked at the video. It's a 10-minute video. It's pretty short. And what Charlie's saying in this video is essentially that don't push a short form content offer. And the thing is that he is telling the truth, but I don't think he's saying all the truth, right? And the thing that I want to use to make my point is the fact that Charlie could be considered as someone who does things like Iman, right? Or Kai Bax or me. Well, not me, because we're more onto the implementation side of things. We don't actually focus just on selling information. But he could be an Iman. He could be a Jaime Higuera. He could be, like I said, a Kai Bax. He could be anybody else in this agency space, teaching you guys how to, selling you guys information, right? Now, how is he making money? What makes Charlie Morgan the kind of money he's making? I don't know how much money he makes, but let's say he's making over 6 figures, maybe multiple 6 figures per month, right? But how can someone who's doing the same thing that almost a lot more people have done, right? And the thing that I want to get to is that if you've gone through Iman Ghazi's course, if you've gone through Kai Bax's course, if you've gone through most of these agency courses, you already have the knowledge. So technically, you could go ahead and compete with Charlie Morgan. But what I want to ask you is, would you still make the same amount of money as Charlie's making? No, you wouldn't. Would you make the same amount of money that I'm making? No, you would not. Would you make the same amount of money as Iman is making? No, you wouldn't. Why is that? The answer to that question is exactly why I believe that short form content agencies should still exist. And let me explain. What makes someone like Charlie able to make the kind of money he makes is his audience, right? He has 19,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have currently 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. And just to give you guys context, in December, I made over $500,000 in a single month. I'll repeat that. With 5,000, 6,000 subscribers, I made over $500,000. 2 years ago, I made $2,000 a month. How am I able to make that kind of money? Like, it doesn't make sense. It kind of like, how can I say it? It defies laws of nature, if you were to technically call it that. The reason why I'm able to make that kind of money is because first I have the audience, I have attention, right? Once I have the attention, I'm also pretty great at building monetization funnels, right? I'm really good with sales processes. I'm really good at building growth teams, appointment setting teams. I'm really good with building sales teams. I'm really good with a lot of things. And I'm also pretty good at building really good offers that people could benefit from, right? But I know people who are as good at me as me, even better at the monetization stuff, at the sales stuff, right? Better than me, but who will never make $500,000 in a month with 5,000 subscribers, right? Now, what does that tell us? It says that the audience is almost as important, maybe even more important than the sales skills, the monetization skills, the appointment setting skills, right? So for me, the thing that I want you guys to understand is that yes, Charlie is saying the truth. He's saying that selling and editing as a service offer, yeah, you're a commodity. Like even a 5-year-old could do it, right? But what I want you guys to understand is that the important thing is not selling the editing. It's selling the importance of having an audience. Because I promise you, if we look at Charlie's channel, let's look at the consistency at which he puts out videos. 5 hours ago, he put one 2 days ago, 5 days ago, 7 days ago, 9 days ago, 12 days ago, 2 weeks ago. So he puts out a video every day or every 2 days. Why would he be doing that? Simply because the more videos he puts out, the more money he makes. Every single video is a mechanism to get him attention and to get that attention drawn to his offer, right? I know a lot of people are trying to help agency owners who will never make the same amount of money as Charlie's making because Charlie puts out more YouTube videos than the next guy. Okay? your focus and your offer is really two things. And I actually did a webinar. And by the way, for those who don't know, I'm not sure if I showed you guys this, but we have clients who are pushing short form content offers and who are doing pretty well. Let me show you guys. So we have, if I go into wins and losses channel, I'll look this up, but we have Connor, who was a sales rep, and he went ahead and started a short form content offer. And if you guys see this, he just made 17K in a single week. Right now, he's around $40,000 a month. I also did an interview with Jirov, if you guys don't know him, but I did an interview with Jirov after he closed a 20K in new deal week, right? So if you guys look at this, 20K in 2 days from 2 customers, onboarding, right? So like all these people are making a lot of money, right? With a short form content offer, which could be considered as an editing offer, right? But how are our clients able to charge as much money? Because the thing is, you could position a short form content offer as a premium offer and still be able to make more money than Facebook ad agencies, TikTok ad agencies, all these agencies out there. Now, what I want to focus in this video is actually show you guys the flow that I would personally follow to charge to make my short form content offer a higher ticket one. Okay, so let me show you guys. So if you guys were to look at this, so this is what I call the new way of scaling any offer online sustainably, right? The focus in 2023 is sustainability. So if you guys look at it, it starts here, acquiring attention for free. The reason why I'm making this video, the reason why Charlie he's a YouTuber and makes videos every 2 days, is because he understood the importance of getting attention. Attention is the key to making millions and millions and millions of dollars, right? If you don't have this, I don't care if you cure cancer, you will never make money. If nobody knows you, nobody's gonna buy from you, right? Now, what are the mechanisms that you can use to get attention? Well, it's pretty simple. You could do things like paid advertising. You could do short form content offers, right? You could even leverage UGC creators, or you could leverage influencers, right? The goal is you need to help people get distribution. It could be through long form, like Charlie does it. Charlie focuses a lot on YouTube videos. I also focus on a lot of YouTube videos like the one I'm making, right? So that's the first mechanism. That's the first part of your service. Pay attention here. I'm teaching you how to make money, okay? First thing in your offer is distribution. So anybody who's just offering this, then yeah, eventually you'll just become a commodity because anybody can edit videos, right? The next thing you need to focus on is how can I acquire the attention and turn it into users? The reason why I use the term users instead of like group members and things like that is because we want to start thinking like tech companies. We want to start thinking like Meta. We want to start thinking like YouTube. We want to start thinking like Twitter, right? We want to acquire people who are consuming the thing that we're creating. We want to get people on our platform, right? Like ChatGPT, I think they hit 1 million users in like 5 days or 6 days. That's what you should be telling your clients. Like, hey, first things first, we're going to focus on getting you users. We're going to focus on getting you leads. We're going to focus on getting you subscribers. It could be for your YouTube channel. It could be for anything, right? By the way, Iman went from like a few 100,000 subscribers, like 200,000, 280, to 1.8 million subscribers. Let me repeat that. The guy went from 200,000 subs to over 1.8 million subscribers. Let me try to find Iman's page, right? Like I've never seen anybody get that kind of growth. And I believe that one of the things that he did was he leveraged short form content, right? Not only did he's almost at 2 million subscribers, guys. Like this is insane amount of attention. He could literally be running $100 million, 200, even $500 million company with this amount of reach. I don't know if you guys get it. This is the new gold, guys. The gold is how many people are paying attention to you. If you can master this, your life will be set. I just told you guys that I made $500,000 with 7,000. With 2 months ago, it was like at 5 point something with 5,000. So what do you guys think Iman is making? Can you please tell me, guys, how much Iman is making? Can someone from Iman's team please DM me? because I want to be inspired. I want to be inspired, right? 23-year-old, he got all the attention in the world and probably all the money in the world. So when guys like Charlie tell you that content is not important, or like pushing something related to content is not important, I don't actually believe that it's the truth, because then he would not be putting out content every 2 days. Because technically, if he is saying that content is important, or editing and distributing it, then why is he putting out content? Right? Because he realized that this is the only thing that separates him from all the other broke agency teachers. All the broke agency gurus don't have a YouTube channel. The only rich agency niche gurus have a YouTube channel, right? In my mind, for me, all these guys have learned how to get attention, but when it comes to giving you guys the right offers, they don't actually tell you guys what they're doing and how they're getting rich. For me, I want to be the only person who tells you guys how we're getting rich, and I want you guys to create services around how we're getting rich. I want you to reproduce how I'm getting rich. And how I'm getting rich is really simple. I get the attention through YouTube. I don't do any paid advertising. I do mostly long form on YouTube. I acquire the users. I acquire the subscribers. Once I acquire the subscribers, guess what I do? I give them an offer. Hey, join this thing. I'll give you even more value. Okay? And then once I do this, I create my own community. I create my own platform. I create my own Facebook. I create my own Twitter, right? Apple, Google, trillions of dollars in enterprise value. And guess what? They all have one thing in common. They have billions and billions of people using and consuming and being on their platform. Key thing, we're learning from trillion-dollar companies. We're not learning from YouTubers. We're learning from the people who've created trillions of dollars in enterprise value. What did they do? They gave the thing away for free. They gave value for free. They acquired the users. Then how we're going to monetize it as service providers is really simple. We're going to put people in one group. We're going to own the group. We're going to own the platform. Once we own it, we're going to get services or mechanisms like email and SMS. We're going to use things like appointment setters. We're going to start things like closing as a service, right? And then we start monetizing. But the beautiful thing is that once you own the group, you can put up a call to action whenever you need to. Like if Charlie Morgan wanted to make 100 grand this week, he could make 100 grand. All he needs is to sell $1,000 thing to 100 people. But he has 19,000 people following him. How easy do you think it is to sell 100 people when you have 19,000 people following you? It's like clockwork, right? I've done it, right? I've done it with like 1/4 of his audience size. So like, trust me that he can do it, right? Now, I don't know how expensive his services are, but that's another story. But check this out. So this is what I want you guys to focus on. If you're a short-form content agency owner, stop focusing on just like distribution. Distribution is a commodity, which is what Charlie is saying. What I want you to learn is I want you to learn how to build communities, how to transfer that audience, those impressions into a community for a coach, for an e-commerce brand, for an agency owner, right? We want to own the attention. Once we own the attention, then let's have setters going in, converting that attention into sales goals, converting that attention into purchases. If it's like for an email brand, let's for a brand that sells products, let's use SMS, let's use email, let's use challenges, right? And there you go. Now your offer goes from just being an editing offer to being a full-blown 7K, 10K a month service. I promise you that if you came to me and you took care of my short-form content, you took care of driving people back to my Facebook group or my Discord group, and you mastered, let's say, the conversation workflow that I use, that my team uses to book me 15 sales calls, 20 sales calls per day, guys, I would pay you so much amount of money. You would be getting the penthouse next to my penthouse that I'm moving into, right? That's what I want you guys to focus on, right? Focus on the whole sales funnel. Become really good at understanding that attention is everything. and use shorts because it's redistributing. And you know what the funny thing too is that, how do you guys think Andrew Tate went viral? How do you think Hormozi went viral? How do you think Iman went viral? Do you think it's because of really good YouTube videos? No. They all use shorts. They all use TikToks. They all use Reels. Because what's happening as videos or content online gets shorter and shorter, that means that if we were used, I remember maybe like 5 years ago, videos, if you were to upload a video on Instagram, you'll probably put a few minutes, right? So if the amount of supply of content was made out of content that is 3 minutes long, if that 3 minutes goes to 30 seconds or maybe 60 seconds, that means that the supply versus the demand of consumption, because people on Instagram are addicted to consuming shit, right? So that means that if what normally took space for 3 minutes now becomes 1/3 of the space, then that means that all the content that was online, there is a 2/3 of the space of consumption that just disappeared, because now the length of content is a lot shorter. What does that mean? That means that these platforms need more supply of content. Now, what is their focus is we need more supply, because if people have nothing to consume, then nobody's going to be on the platform. So what do? They make the virality of shorts a lot more frequent. Let me explain this. And this is something that a lot of people don't understand. The supply, since the length of the thing, so it's like watching a movie that is normally lasting 3 hours, now it only lasts 1 hour. Well, if you want to get people in the theater, staying there, because Facebook makes money when you get an impression of an ad, right? Well, if people now are only spending 1 hour instead of 3 hours on the platform, well, that means that they're only going to be served so many ads in that 1 hour. So that means that Meta makes less money. So what they're going to do is they're going to incentivize you and me, and they're going to incentivize us by getting us more views for the type of content we're putting out. So that means that if you put out shorts, Meta, TikTok, YouTube is going to get you more visibility than you would normally get from just making an Instagram picture post, because they want more people staying on the platform longer, and because the supply has become less because the content is much shorter. So trust me that shorts, Reels, TikToks, they're technically the future. Now, is it about editing and things like that? No, that's not really the more focus point. Like, don't focus on the editing. The editing for sure can be done by a kid, but is content not important? You're crazy if you think that content is not important. It has changed my life. When I say it has changed my life, I mean it has changed my life. Not just my life. I just looked at my payroll every month, and just my team, not my sales team, it's like 75 grand a month. I spend 75 grand taking care of my team. Do you think that would be possible if I didn't have an audience and I didn't have attention? It would never be possible. So what I want you to focus on is learn how to master the art of generating attention. It could be shorts, it could be YouTube. I could care less what you do, but start an offer around content. Then learn how to turn that audience into an owned audience, into a group, into a community. Then once you learn that, then learn how to book calls, learn how to monetize through setters, through closers, or learn how to do challenges. Even for e-commerce brand, I think challenges would be really good. And if you want to learn how to build systems to do that more faster, then do that, right? But that's it. I think this video is pretty long, 20 minutes. If you guys are running short from content offers and you're struggling to sell it for more than like 2-3 grand, and you want to get into that 5, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 bucks, then join our community, and then let's help you make a little bit more money. But yeah, I just don't agree with, I agree with what he's saying, because he's saying some portion that is true. But is he saying everything? Not really. Right? Because I know that if he wasn't putting out content, and he's talking about shorts, but someone is editing his YouTube videos anyway, right? So that's also someone that he needs. But what I want to say is that if he wasn't on YouTube and putting out content, I think Charlie wouldn't even have a business. And even if he had, it would probably be making like 5 G's a month. right? So I want you guys to take every time you even my content right now. I don't want you to believe me. I don't want you to trust everything that I say, because what I'm saying is I'm incentivized to sell you, right? I'm incentivized to push you to become a client. So everything, is it true that everything that I say is always true? No. I might leave things out. I might, be like Charlie and just, say that something is not wrong, just something that isn't good, just to get the attention, right? But I want you to also be aware of that for anyone that you follow online. If that person makes money from you believing something, then understand that most of the things that they'll always say, or a good portion of it, will always be aligned with their incentives, which is, as long as you buy, they're happy, and they're going to keep telling you the things that you need to believe in order to buy. But for me, it's like, I want to just show you the whole picture. You can make sense of buying or becoming a client. That's up to you, right? But I just wanted to share you guys that content is everything. And that's why, if you guys look at my community, let me show you guys something. And this is what's crazy. If you were to look at my community on Discord, clients who have paid me thousands, 5 figures and more, let me find it. You'll see that almost every client is actually now starting to create content, right? Look at this. Look at this. Content after 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 content. Do you know why I get them to do this? It's because I want them to get as rich as I'm getting rich. Like, I don't show you what I want you to do, what I'm doing, right? I don't want you to start. I don't care what you start. You could start any offer that you want. We'll help you find the right offer. But the thing is, I want you to do what I'm doing, because that's the only way we get rich. The old way of like, hey, just start a cold email campaign and just do a bunch of outreach. Guys, if you're still doing that, oh my God, I don't know what to tell you, right? Do as I do. Don't even do what I'm telling you to do. Be my twin, right? So content is the future. You can look at anybody that inspires you. Find me anyone that you look up to who doesn't post content. Find me anyone. Find me anyone who makes, I'd say, 8 figures or more in this online service space who doesn't post content, who isn't active somewhere. You won't find him. You could look at Hormozy. He was making $40 million with Gym Launch, and guess what? He stopped focusing on a $40 million opportunity to go viral online so he can then make the big boy money. 9 figures, multiple 9 figures, potentially $1 billion. So if Hormozy is focusing on content when he already knew how to run ads, right? So one of the things Charlie said is that, shorts and this and that is, maybe not as valid, but then, I understand what he was trying to say. He was focused mostly on the editing part of the service. So yeah, anybody who's just focused on like, hey, let me edit your videos. Yeah, that's a little stupid, right? But I think that if you go to a prospect and you're like, hey, I'll not only just take care of getting you the reach, but I also get you the leads, and then I also help you convert those leads into money, that's a completely different story, right? And for me, because I like to observe people. So for me to see Hormozy go from being a really great advertiser, he's learned how to get leads and how to monetize those leads, to spend $1, make $36 back. If that person who's figured out how to spend $1 to make $36 back has made sense of stop focusing on a 1 to 36 return to focus on creating content, what does that tell you? It says that even advertising is not even as valuable as being able to grow an audience. Let me repeat that. Even advertising is not that great of a scale compared to being able to build an audience. Guys, like I'm tired of seeing so many people just be like sheep. I'm just so tired. Because the reason why I'm where I am is because I stopped just being a sheep and just doing what people tell me to do. I started doing what people are doing. And I've made over $3 million in the last year and a half. Like, do you understand that? Imagine going from 30 grand a year to making over 3 million 2 years after you leave your 30K year job. Like, do you understand that? It wouldn't be possible if, one, I didn't master how to generate attention Well, first of all, I really became really good at appointment setting and then sales. And then I mastered how to build really good services, really good operations. And then I mastered attention, right? You mix those four things and you're going to be one of one, right? But what I want you guys to stop being a sheep. Be a shark. Be a natural born leader. Let me inspire you to be great. All these people that you look up to, nobody's any more special than you are. We all breathe the same. We all need water. We all maybe, drink wine sometimes, right? And we all have the same thing. We have the same blood. We have the same oxygen. It's the same. We're the same. It's just that some people just would rather be lied to than told the truth, right? So become a great observer, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of it. I love you. Bye-bye. Hey, thank you for watching my video. One thing that I want to ask you is please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with the people in your circle, people who can find this content helpful. And before you actually leave, I have a 5 days to 50K a month program with the right offers, the right mindset, decision-making, training, everything you need when it comes to scaling an agency, high-ticket coaching or consulting business past 50K per month, from the client acquisition systems to how to actually scale and sustain scale. If you want to access it, click the link below. Yeah, find it helpful.